We always look forward to games like this every season. Teams riding momentum, coming in a clash for national supremacy and trying to make a statement as we get close to the playoff. Glad to have you with us from SB Ballard Stadium in Norfolk, home to the Old Dominion Monarchs. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Memphis Tigers, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Old Dominion Monarchs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Tigers ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. He'll bring it out. It's Collier. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. From the gun, give on the inside. Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. The Monarchs in the hurry-up. Guys, let's chat for just a second about Old Dominion. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out. And that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come out better?
I think it has. I think the sense of urgency on this team has actually gone up. There were a lot of people patting them on the back last year. Yeah, you didn't win it all, but you made it to the playoff. Nice job. They're hungrier than they were a season ago. Let's see if that shows itself here today.
Second down coming up. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. So now it's second and long. Looking downfield, it's Newton. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. Third and long from inside their own 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. That's reeled in. It's Shelton. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. They are backing up their pregame words. Their first drive of the game, fourth down in their own end, and they're going for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the grab past the marker. And he'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And the Monarchs have it with a 1st and 10. Handoff to Jones. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Monarchs come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Now on the move. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
I'm not sure what the quarterback saw on that one, but that was a very quick decision to take off and run with it to try to get his offense some positive yards.
And the Monarchs are rolling down the field. Leaves it with the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one. I'm going to take a wild guess and say that's probably not where the hole was supposed to be.
No, that's not where it's supposed to go. You want to run the ISO in the middle of the field, downhill. All the guys are set up to run that play downhill too, so when you bounce it out wide, a lot of times those angles aren't set up on the outside, and the play was dead from the beginning with that inside penetration.
Trying play action. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Let's talk for just a minute about Old Dominion. Everybody uses the portal to varying degrees. Sometimes you just fill the exact right hole that you want. And this team, as they start this season, not a ton of new faces here, Jesse.
They didn't, but I don't think it's because there was a lack of effort on the part of the coaches, David. I think they believe they've got the roster in place now to have success.
Yeah, because when you bring people in, a lot of times you tick people off on your own roster. So when you only bring...
He'll take a deep shot here. Makes the catch, and he will score! Touchdown, Old Dominion!
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Russ. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Two running backs alongside the quarterback. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. To the air, it's Green. Shoots it to the left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
And, you know, when we talk about great 3rd down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on 1st and 2nd down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that 2nd down by this defense.
The Tigers are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Got it in the middle, it's Bobo. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
Well, after watching the other offense go down the field and score a touchdown, you know this guy's trying to lead his offense to do the exact same thing. That was a big 3rd down. I know there's a lot of football left to play, but you're trying to establish confidence as early as possible. That last throw is really going to help out your team.
Give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Offense in a split backfield. Looking downfield, it's Hill. Under heat, and he gets rid of it. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Memphis will be forced to punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
I like offenses being creative. I'm not sure if that was the best place to call that play. I think this offense needs to think about just doing things a little bit more by the book. They've got a lot of good playmakers. You don't have to reinvent the wheel this early in the game.
Now the play fake. Makes the catch. It's Preston. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
They'll snap it from the 47 on first down. And off to Jones. Spins away. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
At the 24-yard line. And that is another first down for the offense.
Ready. We've come to the end of the period. Old Dominion has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing ends of the field. Might as well give it to him again. And the tackle was made, but there has been a flag thrown. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. He wants to change this route. Off the play fake on first down. Here's a heat. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. Off the play fake. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's got an open man. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
At the 3-yard line. Brings up 2nd and goal.
They've got it down to the 3. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And that ball is live in the backfield. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They've already squandered a couple of chances to score touchdowns in the red zone, and now another opportunity. It's 3rd and goal. Big guy smells it, and he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Monarchs!
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Back to throw, it's Green. Missed receiver there, it's incomplete.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
And you don't want to start this game with 2 straight punts. Big 3rd down opportunity coming here. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
One thing this defense always talks about is getting off the field. Last drive, they forced the punt. Here on 3rd down, what a great job flying to the football, getting a hit, forcing an incompletion. They may be jogging off here soon again.
Hauls it in and looking upfield. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Ready to send the offense back onto the field. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Sends it back in motion. To the air on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. Touchdown, ODU. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 21 to Buffalo. We will be multitasking today, boys. One eye on that game, one eye on your game. Really the only way to do it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
Off play action on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Caught near the sticks. It's Johnson. Open space at the 25. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's first and goal from the 7. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. Looking for a man. It's Hill. Now improvising. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And I really like that decision by this quarterback. Listen, you've got a lot of downs here. It's first and goal. You're in scoring position. If you don't feel comfortable, throw that ball away. Live to fight another down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Running play to the left here, looking for the end zone. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here.
Unsuccessful 2nd down, and now I'm immediately thinking, I got a little bit more than I want, so what are my pass plays? What am I going to get into here offensively to try to have success on 3rd down?
6 plays brought them here. Now number 7 on 3rd and goal. Tight end now in motion. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
After that incompletion, it's now 4th and short in the red zone. Decision time if you're the head coach. You just take the field goal, or do you keep your offense on the field looking to get 6?
Here we go on 4th and goal, ground to cover. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Steps away. Fires into the end zone. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Might be changing the route. Looking to pass. It's Newton. He wants to go deep. Snags it on the right. He's loose. The 10. Touchdown, Old Dominion. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Well, this thing's turning into a route, and it's turning into a route quickly. Really nice job by the offense there, but it's not just them. Their defense is getting it done. Their special teams are getting it done, and it just feels like they're really feeding off of this home crowd and their energy. This has been the definition of home field advantage in this football.
And they did tack on the extra point. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. He'll bring it out. It's Russ. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17.
Offense will take over 1st and 10.
They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the back. Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the right. A strike downfield. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. They've been overwhelmed so far in this first half, but if they could muster a score, maybe a glimmer of hope.
Yeah, and I know it's been a struggle. They've been struggling this whole game, but let's get something positive going into halftime. Coaches won't yell at you as much, but they got the first down. Now let's put the pedal to the floor, go a little faster, cut into this lead.
And he got smacked. Just as he released the pass, it's incomplete. Let's take a minute here and talk a little Memphis. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's third down from the 45. Looking to throw, it's Green. Fires on the move. Grabbed in the middle, it's Bradley. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. Memphis coming to the line with a fresh set of downs. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running down the hill and making a tackle.
Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. Just a Baryshnikov-like move on the sideline to tap that toe and get the first down.
You know, the corner route is definitely a timing route because you're pushing straight up the field to make it look like you're running a go, and then you break to the sideline. So quarterback and wide receiver really have to be on the same page with timing.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Let's go. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4. Memphis picking up the tempo. Wants to throw for it on 3rd and goal. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover.
And what a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage. And did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage. You jam them. And it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process. And that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
They'll run the screen. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. That offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Offense in a bunch formation. Quarterback making adjustments. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. He'll pull it down and run. He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Monarchs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. The play action fake. Rushes on him. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Newton. Fires it down the seam. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
Lets it fly. Complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Snares it outside, it's Johnson. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
You know, and that's a route this offense practices all week long. You really have to have great timing when you're throwing these out routes. There's nothing a defender can do on that one. Perfectly thrown, well caught. Nice job getting his feet in bounds.
Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Memphis.
And that was great execution on that drive. That is exactly what you needed. You took almost all of the time, and you cut into this lead. Now you're about to go into the half, get everybody excited, use that momentum to start the second half.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. If you can do that, I don't know why you don't do it every time. Reduce the risk. Banged it out of the back of the end zone. They'll put it in play at the 25. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Might be calling a hot route. To the air, it's Newton. He rifles one deep to the left. Catch inside the 30 and still running. Touchdown, Monarchs! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
This offense looks like they're in a rhythm. Whatever they've been dialing up here in the first half, they've had a lot of success with. You saw it on that last drive here at the end of the second quarter. Scoring a touchdown, they're going to be difficult to stop in the second half. The defense needs to start making adjustments.
And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Monarchs will kick it away to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Russ. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. Huge deficit to start this third quarter. They just need to find something to build a little confidence.
Yeah, it hasn't gone well. When you're trailing by this much, this first drive, man, does everything matter and hinge on this? Because every possession in the second half is going to be critical.
Yeah, and I think if you're on offense, why hold back? What are you worried about? Nothing went well in the first half for you, and at this point, trailing by as much as you are, throw caution to the wind, be aggressive, and let's just see what happens.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run play action. Unloads to the wideout. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long. And right there, I think he did. He probably want that throw back.
Wants to throw. It's Hill. Got it on the outside. It's Brown. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. If they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, got the conversion, and still going. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense, not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. Wants to throw again. Uncorks it. Catch in the middle. It's Bobo. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. He said there would be days in games like this. Nothing seems to have gone right in the latest mishap. A touchdown taken away by the flag. First down here for the offense. Here's the snap, ready to cut one loose. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
Got him downfield. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Memphis wants to move quickly.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Dropping back, it's Green. Quickly out to the tight end. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped.
Well, you wonder if one of the adjustments they made at halftime, trailing in this game, was to try and get the ground game established, David, and they're off to a good start here.
Dang right. Stay patient. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to press. Just try to get scoring drives together. Don't abandon the run.
Memphis heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Heftiness coming out on the goal line. Quarterback wedging it in there on the quarterback sneak. Sneak gets it done.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Coming out with it, it's Collier. He gets a block. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Got his man quickly. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Right back to it. A pickup of 8 now to convert this 3rd and 2.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Off play action. Bring in the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him. Finally, the defense gets a win. They needed something to go their way. Got to start getting some more hits on this guy.
This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They were easily within field goal range there, but they don't feel like you can win this game 3 points at a time.
No, pass. I mean, you got to be aggressive. You got to get touchdowns, man. You've seen the emphasis. Defenses are willing to give up yards now to make you kick field goals. I like this offense being aggressive. Forget the 3s. We need 6s.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
I feel like this guy's having one of those games. It happens maybe once in your life. He's just been open everywhere on the field. He's been lighting up the scoreboard. He's turning these defenders around. They just simply can't cover him.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next
touchdown, ODU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, this offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes, and that's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Ross. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. His drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw, it's Hill. Fires to the big fella. Breaks the tackle, and he's got room. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come over, getting him the football, making the first down, and they like to do this. When they make a first down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. Pressure coming. It falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of the period. Guys, Old Dominion has the lead here as we reach the end of the quarter. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Back to pass. Got his man downfield. And they make the tackle, but the official has tossed his flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on 2nd down. Now on 2nd down.
Check. White 94 slider choice. White.
Dropping back, it's Green. Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. This defense giving up ground as he's finally knocked down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Memphis getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the 4th quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
The Tigers back to the line on 1st down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They're going to ride this running back. Nice move to keep running. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Memphis.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Colorado is getting stomped. You could bring back any of the greats they've had there, Cordell Stewart or Rashaan Salam. None of them would make a difference today. They're trailing by 21 to Buffalo. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Old Dominion has the ball back. The Monarchs will send the offense onto the field. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in games, and it's working.
Yeah, so I got to find a way to disrupt it. I got to find a way to maybe be more aggressive, maybe blitz, mess up this rhythm they got going.
Back to throw, it's Newton. Floating away. Trying to escape and get it himself. He goes out of bounds. They'll mark it right at the 30-yard line. That's the kind of play that can give a drive momentum.
And that's a big reason why this offense is so dangerous. If they get the lead, because of this guy's scrambling ability, they can just close the door, put that foot on your throat, and not take it off. Nobody was open that time. It looked like he was going to get sacked, and he just very nonchalantly was able to buy himself some time, gets outside, uses his speed, picks up the first down. The offense stays on the field. They've already got the lead, and now they're just bleeding this clock away.
The Monarchs can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here comes the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Looking to throw on third. Got it in the middle. It's Shelton. He goes to the ground, but not before a big pickup and a first down. He just keeps piling up numbers with completion after completion in this standout performance.
And I think some people might say late in the game, you got the win, everything's in hand, be a little bit conservative, or you just say, I'm just going to keep doing me. And what I do with this offense is throw the football all over the yard, and I'm going to try to win me a big trophy at the end of the year.
No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
To throw, it's Newton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the fourth quarter. So why stop?
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. He now has 80 yards rushing now here in week one. A solid start to this new campaign. And the Monarchs want to crank the tempo. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Wide out trying to get it in. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Old Dominion.
Salt into a wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Here comes that Memphis offense back onto the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Back to throw, it's Hill. Gets it out quickly. Finds enough room to get it up to the 44 before he's knocked out of bounds.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
Going to swing it on second down. Oh, they're after him. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long. This one from the 44. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. They'll move the chains. Good execution on third down. They've got it at the 41.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Tigers are in the hurry-up. He wants to throw it again. Keeps looking downfield. Unloads to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. The chunk plays that they love, and he takes it all the way down to the 10.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
To the air, it's Green. Extending the play. And the rush will get to him at the 25.
It's pretty obvious. This defense came into this one knowing they were going to have to play a complete game until there were zeros on the clock, especially against this quarterback. You cannot take your foot off the gas, and that's exactly what they're doing here. Late in the fourth quarter, they're still bringing it, and they get another sack.
Wants to fire on second down. Here's the pressure. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup. Looks as if they're going to get the W behind a really good performance from their passing attack and maybe hold that edge in the rankings as well, fellas.
They're going to hold the edge. They're going to create some separation, too, I think, because of the throwing ability. This quarterback came into this game lighting it up. We knew in the preseason this guy had talent, but against an opponent like this, Dave,
pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Monarchs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Making side adjustments here. To the air, it's Newton. He'll take a shot. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense, still trying to make big plays, and they've had a great day so far.
On the set.
Quarterback empties his backfield. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. Showing the arm strength down the left side. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
This is so a Jesse Palmer. Exactly what he would do. Continue to put the foot on the accelerator. Try to rub it in. Can't win by enough. Got to look good in the polls. This is your kind of offense, Palmer.
Memphis has the ball back and the offense ready to go to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week, for the rest of this season, so we don't let one bad game turn into 2.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? They just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
And wings it incomplete.
I love it. Defense not surprised, right? 4 verticals. This is the play when you want to take a shot down the field. They're ready for it. They got the big lead. They know the pass is coming. Really smart defense.
Back to pass, it's Hill. Hit as he throws. He's got him. There he goes. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. 1st and goal from the 9. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. And after this play, the cake will be baked. They want to throw it. Back's looking for the goal line. And he'll get in for the late touchdown, the consolation prize, the window dressing score to make the final outcome a little closer.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, means nothing to anyone unless you like to play games of chance. Coming into this one,